Hare Krishna. Let me take a few minutes to touch upon the use of a more advanced online Sanskrit dictionary. This is another version of the Monier-Williams Sanskrit dictionary that allows the user to type in the word directly to look it up. So over here is where you type in your Sanskrit words, and this also has a reverse lookup feature where you can type in an English word and get a list of Sanskrit words that have this English word in their meanings. The format that it gives you your results in is one of several formats that you can choose from. It also includes the Devanagari code, which is the original Sanskrit script, and the Roman Unicode, which is the transliteration standard that we have learned in this course. The only difference that we have to learn about this dictionary is the input formats. When we're looking for a Sanskrit words, the only formats that it accepts these words in is one of these three standards, the HK or the Harvard Kyoto standard, and two other standards that we're now going to talk about in this presentation. So in order to be able to type in Sanskrit words, we just need to find out what this new transliteration standard is. And luckily we have a little link here that says help. We open this in a new tab, and if we scroll down just a little bit, you see over here the three standards and the three transliteration schemes in which you input the Sanskrit words. There's a little link beside it with the details, and here we have the entire Sanskrit alphabet in order according to the Harvard Kyoto standard. The top line is the vowels, a, e, u, and so on. Notice that it's a little different from what we learned. The long a we had earlier was the letter A with a bar or a macron over it. In this standard, it's represented by an uppercase A, and so on. Then we move on to the consonants, k, k, g, gh. Finally, the four semivowels, y, r, l, v. The three sibilants, sh, sh, s, and finally the aspirate h. So take a few minutes, take about 10 minutes or so, and compare this this alphabet notation scheme with the one that we learned in our course, and that will get you familiar with what the differences are between this format and the standard that we learned in our course. Once you know this fairly well, you can go in here and simply type in a word that you want to look up. For example, if we wanted to look up the word akshara, notice that this is typed in using the Roman Unicode format, and when we want to convert this format to the Harvard Kyoto format, the only letters that we need to be concerned about are the letters that have diacritic marks on them. In this case, this word has only one, which is the S with a dot underneath it, and in the Harvard Kyoto format, this converts to an uppercase S. So we would just simply type in akshara like this with the S as an uppercase and say search. And the search results show up on the left and the meanings show up on the right. As you can see here, the word akshara has several meanings. And similarly, we can do a reverse lookup as an example and find out all the Sanskrit words that have the word love in their meanings. And we can click on search, and on the left side show up the various results that we got for this search, and on the right side all their synonyms show up, and we can click on any one of them. Let's click on anurag, and we see anurag has these meanings: attachment, affection, love, and so on. Now we recommend using this dictionary as a supplement to the Vedabase for your scriptural studies. Sometimes the Vedabase gives one translation, and the student might want to look at other shades of meaning of the word to get a more rounded understanding of the verse that he or she is studying. It's good to know that Sanskrit words have several forms depending on their grammatical usage. So sometimes the dictionary, the Monier-Williams dictionary, does not contain all the grammatical forms of the word, but only the root word. For example, if you were to look up the word bhayam, suppose you came across the word bhayam in the Veda base and you want to look up other meanings of the word and you said search, it would say that this word is not found, because this is actually a grammatical inflection of the root word, which is actually bhaya. And if you search for bhaya, then the word shows up and its meanings show up over here: fear, alarm, dread, apprehension, and so on. If you play around with this a little more, you get the hang of how to derive the root word. It's actually very simple once you have some elementary grammatical knowledge, but this is beyond the scope of our current course. Another workaround is, if you already knew that the word bhayam had something to do with fear, you could simply type in fear and the reverse lookup and do a search. And we might need a few more results here. Let's see, 100 results. And then look for the word that is closest to the word that you saw in the Veda base, which was bhayam. So we see all these different words, and we see bhaya as one of the results. So this is basically a short overview of how to use this dictionary, and the more you use it, the more comfortable you get with it, and the easier it will be for you to look up several different words in this dictionary. We hope you found this short presentation helpful. Hare Krishna.